While you've been protesting Monsanto and Big Ag, three companies you've never heard of have already won the war for your food supply. Every documentary, every activist campaign, every headline about evil seed companies has been pointing you in exactly the wrong direction. Because the corporations that actually control whether you eat or starve don't grow anything. They don't own farmland. They don't even touch food. Yet they decide which countries eat and which countries face famine. Their names are Archer Daniels Midland, Bunge, and Cargill. And the reason you don't know them is precisely why they've already won. Let me explain what these three companies actually are. They're called commodity traders, and they exist in a space most people never think about. When a farmer in Iowa harvests corn, and that corn ends up as tortillas in Mexico City, someone had to buy it, store it, ship it, and sell it. That's what ADM, Bunge, and Cargill do. But here's what makes them different from normal businesses. They're privately held, which means no public reporting, no transparency, no accountability. Cargill, the largest, has been family-owned for 159 years. They've never had to tell anyone what they're doing. Now, here's where it gets disturbing. These companies don't just move food around. They control the infrastructure that makes global food distribution possible. The grain elevators, the shipping contracts, the storage facilities, the ports. If you're a country that needs to import wheat, you can't just call a farmer. You call Cargill. They own the only elevator in that region. They have the only ships on that route. They set the price, and you pay it, or your people don't eat. This isn't capitalism. This is a choke point. And in 2008, the world learned exactly what happens when these choke points tighten. The 2008 food crisis should have exposed everything. Global food prices doubled in 18 months. Riots broke out in 37 countries. Governments collapsed. Haiti's prime minister was overthrown because people couldn't afford rice. And while the world blamed droughts and oil prices, something else was happening. These commodity traders were using their unique position to speculate on food futures, buying up grain contracts and holding them, creating artificial scarcity. A leaked internal email from one trading firm celebrated the crisis as the best market conditions they'd seen in 50 years. While people starved, they posted record profits. Today, their control has only tightened. When Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, global wheat prices exploded overnight. Not because wheat disappeared, but because Cargill and ADM control the Black Sea shipping routes. They decide who gets Ukrainian grain and at what price. During COVID, when supply chains collapsed, these companies didn't suffer, they thrived. Bunge's profits jumped 47% in 2020. Because when the world is desperate, choke points become gold mines. Countries can't negotiate. Cities can't find alternatives. You pay the price they set, or you go without. That's not market dynamics. That's extortion with a corporate logo. Here's the part that will rearrange your understanding of power. Monsanto, the company everyone loves to hate, needs Cargill more than Cargill needs Monsanto. Because Monsanto can create all the seeds they want, but if Cargill won't buy the crops, won't store them, won't ship them, those seeds are worthless. Farmers are even more trapped. A soybean farmer in Brazil has exactly 3 companies they can sell to. If those companies decide prices are too high, the farmer either accepts a lower price or watches their harvest rot. The seed companies get the protests. The commodity traders get the profits. It's perfect camouflage. And this is why the misdirection works so brilliantly. Activists protest seed patents and pesticides because those are visible, tangible villains. Meanwhile, commodity traders fund industry groups, sit on agricultural boards, and quietly write the regulations that govern their own industry. When was the last time you saw a documentary about grain elevators? When did a celebrity ever tweet about shipping monopolies? Never. Because it's boring. It's technical. It's invisible. Which is exactly how they want it. Monsanto's name is mud. Cargill's executives walk through airports unrecognized. One company gets the hate, the other gets the control. That's not an accident. That's strategy. So now you know the answer to the question we started with. These three invisible companies control the infrastructure, the choke points, the routes between farm and table. And they've stayed invisible by letting Big Ag take all the criticism while they've built the most profitable monopoly in human history. The truth is this: real power doesn't seek attention, it seeks control. And the most dangerous monopolies are the ones you never see coming because you're too busy looking somewhere else. The next time you hear about big agriculture, ask yourself, who's buying from them? Who's shipping for them? Who actually controls whether the food moves or stops? Because those are the names that matter. And now, you finally know them. If this completely changed how you see the food system, hit that like button because honestly, this story needs to reach more people. And subscribe if you want more investigations like this. I spend weeks researching these, and I genuinely love to have you here for the next one.